this on. Ah, alors, comment ça va? Red dog tag. Dude, come here. Black dog tag. Hello. Welcome. It's 12 o'clock out here on the West Coast. The West Coast is they're actually, I was just watching another channel just north of here, and they got like 10 or 15 inches of snow, they say. It's a guy telling you, so, it could be exaggerated. But we're expected here on the west coast of British Columbia, here on Vancouver Island, a big torrential downfall of snow and stuff like that. So Brent decided just to hunker down instead of going out and gallivanting across this great nation of ours, and I'm going to stay where it's warm. I'm old. How are you today there? Are you a sir or a madam with the red dog day? I can't quite. It looks like your picture's like smaller than my fingertip. Oh, Langley. Yeah, you guys in the Fraser Valley get dumped on when it makes its way down the channel, especially when it's cold. Usually, guys get all the rain down there. Keeps all that cow poop, saturated in the ground instead of floating up in the springtime where it starts to smell, especially in Abbotsford, eh? Mister Red Dog Tag, Red Dog Tag. It's a tough one to say fast, isn't it? I was where was I? In Chilliwack last week, and stopped and had lunch with a Ron something Wall, I'm thinking. I can't remember his last name. Great gentleman, subscriber, like you guys. And we went to a pub, the Farmhouse Brewing Company in Greendale, BC. Hey, Peter. Look, I'm in the van. In the van, you guys. Oh my, okay. OMG. I got to get in with the younger crowd. Happy Saturday, Jamie. The van is working amazing. Okay. We figured out the little bugs. I'm not going to condemn at all of my choice in having my mechanic. Yes, it sucked for me. I'll say that 110%. There were parts in it where I wanted to give up, but persistence over negativity always prevails. I don't know how I threw that one together. Hey, Cape Town. I am so happy to be in my van. It is so toasty warm in here right now. I've had to bring in some outside heat. We're actually plugged into a shore power, so we have a small ceramic heater in here helping, because this baby here throws off great heat, but it has a tendency to float in the upper half of the van. So since I'm going to be stationary here for the next couple of days, finishing up what I need to do around here, we're going to stay nice and toasty warm. As for the van, we got it all tuned up. I got it back down here to Vancouver Island. I took it to my trusted mechanics, because I have mechanics friends in all over Western Canada. The guy that I had do my job for me, I think we got the best motor for the best deal that we could have got. Sadly, he got a job, and he was trying to fit me in and get the job done before he started his new job, and he ran into a problem, which means he could only work on my motor after he'd done a full day of work. So, I got a little lenient, but when it started to fall behind, I had to, push and shove a little bit harder. But there was a couple mistakes made. Um, he says no, it wasn't him, so I don't know because I know I didn't do it. I brought it in here, and there was the only thing that was wrong with it was it needed to be retimed, and it needed a couple. Two of the spark plugs were reversed, so it is running better than it ever has. And the motor was recently rebuilt because we tore it down and saw all the pistons had been re-oversized and re-honed to the cylinder walls. The cam and bearings were all good in it. And we put brand new heads on top. So basically, I have a brand new motor in here, and it runs like a top. So we are going to have some fun. Yes, Jamie, being persistent did pay off because here's the scoop. Niagara Falls, $7,000, just under $7,000 to put a motor in that barely went 1,000 kilometers. I nursed it to Alberta. I waited a long time for this motor, but it cost me $2,600, 1/3 of the price it was almost for the one in Alberta. So now bank account is empty now. So I'm sitting here and I'm in the Nanaimo playing guitars down doing down the waterfront trying to make some extra cash. No, I don't play a guitar. So hello everybody, Deborah, good looking, BU Van Life _ wowzers, and Peter, my old buddy from wherever. There's James H. Thanks for the coffee this morning, dude. Everything seems to be working okay. Like there's no lag, there's no voices. You guys aren't hearing strange voices in your head telling you to switch to a different channel or something. Hello, Sheila, LJA, Brent. What is in the van life is getting pooped? What? What is it with getting pooped on so much lately? Glad to hear it's looking good now. I don't know about my luck. Maybe it was just last year. I'm just hoping that's all it is. Michael, my buddy from Gananoque, Scott Patterson, good afternoon. Dude, you tired him out? Playing with his balls, making him be a dancing boy? Jim came over today and we were BSing, and he's like, lifts up the dog's bed and there's money inside the bed and there's change all over my floor. And he goes, what the hell's going on here? And I said, I'm teaching him to be a Chippendale. Keep throwing money at him. Armchair Wanderer, good to see you. Sober, hello. We're hanging out here for the next hour or so. Check out some questions, fill in some answers, let you guys kind of know where I'm at. You guys are not too far behind me on my videos. I think we're just, my next video was me arriving here in Nanaimo, which is about 4 or 5 days ago. So I got some editing to do, which happened over the last 3 days. And then we're going to hit the road here once the weather goes from the deep freeze into normal West Coast weather of, +5 and damp and cool and gray. And new year, new luck. Absolutely. We're going to have some fun this year. The van is running like a top. I'm reorganizing the school bus. The Volkswagen, I'm reorganizing it. It's going to be our little vehicle that we're going to jump in and we're going to take off and maybe spend the night. We're going to find somewhere cool. We'll drive up. We'll spend the night. We'll get some filming done, have some fun. We'll come back. We'll use this as a mainstay station. If I go on anything that's more than a 1 or 2 day kind of excursion, we'll take the schoolie out and we'll take it driving up into some of the mountain ranges that we have around here. Much better tires on here, much more weight, and I feel much more safer in it when it comes down to anything possibly happening. So we got a lot of things coming up here. I just want to get my ducks in a row. I don't want to forget something. And yeah, so I'm looking forward here to the next month or two of being on Vancouver Island. I think I have scheduled meetings and stuff like this for medical reasons up until the end of March. and I hope to be off the island by the end of April. So underscore, yes, I actually have two of them. One's a 2 kilowatt and a 8 kilowatt, or a 3 kilowatt and an 8 kilowatt. I'm thinking of helping out the schoolie and putting the smaller one in here and leaving the big one in the Volkswagen. It's just trying to find a place that's accessible so that I can add fuel easily by just opening a door or something like that. So it might go underneath the driver's seat. We're talking about a diesel heater here. So somewhere like that, that's close to the slide door and underneath the cabinets in here. I want to think it out because, as you all know, diesel heaters are a little bit finicky. So you need to be able to access them and have them easy to put in and out. Right? Hello, Linda. Constant van life. Where are you going? I'm going crazy. That's about it. I actually, me and Jim were checking out our satellite views on our phones here on the weather network, and he's going, "You're lucky you got out of the Okanagan. Check this out." And like, yeah, you guys are like all the North Okanagan from Kelowna to Kamloops is just covered in like a big, massive storm. So I guess you guys are getting dumped on, eh? Oh, so Constant Van Life, I believe they're up in Campbell River. So they're getting tons of snow. I got rain this morning. I woke up to hearing the tinkling on my tin roof. I can hardly wait till spring when it really rains, you know. As I say here, Jamie, I'm glad that you got better. Mobile house back on the home base and working good. I have to rewatch your stream later. Your dog takes over me. I can understand why, because my dog takes precedence over everything else in my life too. Well, almost. Actually, underscore, here's the scoop. The plan today, and it can change, is taking the Volkswagen on its final voyage. Yeah, thanks, Jamie. He just moved. He says, "Dad, you're keeping me awake." So he moved out of his bed and he climbed up on top of my dirty laundry that's sitting in the driver's seat. Today's laundry and shower day. So Jimmy H there reminded me that it was go live today. I'm like, oh, it is Saturday. Oh, I forgot you guys last week. I'm sorry. I don't even know where the heck I was last Saturday. It was a bit of a whirlwind trying to get this thing drivable enough to get it over the Rocky Mountains and the coastal mountains safely enough to arrive here on Vancouver Island last week. And that was my main focus, taking care of business. Hello, Cheryl. Hello, Cass. How's that book coming? You got to send me an email and let me know so I can start pushing the crap out of that too, because, you know, that's Mr. Wonderful does for people, tries to help everybody as much as he can. So the final Volkswagen voyage, needs a final Volkswagen, is actually me taking off. So I want to do a quick tour of British Columbia, northern British Columbia, up in the Peace River region. And then we're going to head over to northern Alberta, Fort McMurray. You guys might have heard of these places. They're ravaged by forest fires and etc. I want to go see the northern tundra of these tundra sounded like a newfie. And then as I start heading south, the Volkswagen goes up for sale. And I'm going to head south to the American border, and then I'm going to take Highway 3 home to British Columbia. So the Volkswagen will be getting fixed and being everything done to it. The mags will be going on it. There's going to be a new set of tires going to go on it. I'm going to get the suspension all set up and properly done. I do have a bent bar on it that I need to replace. We'll get everything tickety-boo on it. And by the time I start heading south this summer in Alberta, we'll be putting up the Volkswagen up for sale. So I thought that if any of my American friends to the south of me wanted to buy it, that I could at least be close enough to them to pop over the line to come and see if they want to buy it or not. Hello, Michael, my buddy, the train guy. You're not late, buddy. We've only been going for 15 minutes and we got 45 more to go, so you're early. CPAP machine working like a charm. Um, Actually had it on. It was good. I was up this morning at 7 o'clock with my CPAP, tried to get my glasses on. Ever try getting glasses on when you got a CPAP machine? It's tough. Started watching pulled up my phone, got about 30 seconds to 60 seconds into my phone and went, screw this. I got nothing to worry about. So I went back to sleep for another hour and a half. I'm getting used to it. I haven't found any health differences yet. So, hello, Virginia Beach. How's Jennifer today? Is that right, eh? So I should go chasing waterfalls, is what I'm supposed to do once I'm in High River. I have a friend in a high level. I think I have a friend in, is it High River? No, Grand Prairie, I think it is. So we're gonna go around and see what's up there. I've never been. It's the only part of BC I've never been to. I've been traveled all up the Nass and all up the West Coast and all through the interiors and all the highways and stuff, but I've never been up in that northeast corner of Canada. So we're gonna go check that out if I don't get any phone calls for my knees. That way I'm still close enough and I'm in a reliable vehicle that I can actually get home quick enough and get my knee operation done. It wasn't a copy of her book. She was having issues with the publisher and the pricing, and she says, "Let me get this fixed print, and I'll get back to you." Right, Cass? Remember? You're gonna hit up Yellowknife. Um, I was looking at different routes up there. I haven't. I'm the kind of guy that just kind of like drives, and you get to that Y in the road, and you're like, if you can't make up your mind, heads is north, tails is south, right? You just got to play it by ear. When you don't have things that you have to worry about, sometimes you just got to let fate, take the wheel for a while. Hello, California. Hello, Roxanne. Hello, Texas Rose. Hello, Beverly. The schoolie is amazing. Look at me. I'm sitting in a t-shirt. Got the fire going. Chilling like a villain. Wearing my Volkswagen shirts. It was so nice to have a different change of clothes. I've been living in the Volkswagen and I bought about a week, 10 days, maybe 2 weeks worth of clothes. No, not 2 weeks worth of clothes. Well, if I changed every day, definitely not 2 weeks worth of clothes. They'd last me for 2 weeks. But you keep wearing the same things over. And I got in my van and I'm like, oh my God, look at all the clothes I still have in there. Plus, I have a bunch in my storage area too. It's kind of like winning the lottery. Yes, see, I'm down with it, there, Peter. I'm up on things. We don't do everything in front of your back. Front of your back. I love how I just like the sound of my voice, so I just keep talking because kind of like I don't know, it makes me feel good. Yes, Grandma Netta, I'm happy too. The weather up there is rain in Virginia Beach. We are at -3, so I'm going to guess that's probably about 28 degrees Fahrenheit. Rather chilly today. It's trying to snow. It's snowing north of me, so they got quite a bit of snow up north of me. It's supposed to hit here sometime today, somewhere between 5 and 15 centimeters, which is 2 to 7 inches of snow. Oh, congratulations! What's wrong with Pony Boy? I was telling that to Constant Van Life. Constant Van Life is a couple of people that I've met from Saskatchewan, subscribers of mine, and also YouTubers. You want to go check them out? That's Constant Van Life. They're in the room here. They drive around an old Ford van, Econoline van. Probably, I'm going to guess 80s or 90s. Runs on propane, but she says she's buying a new one. So congratulations. I want to know what it is. Hello, Sharos. I'm a grandpa. So Sharos is just from Kentucky. I'm not going to say she's a grandma because I like to feel young. The kids sure make me feel young when I'm around. They make me feel old too after too long. It's me again, the magnetic guy that's hanging onto my back bumper, Hornbrook, California. Dude, we're about to go and have some cool trips, so make sure those magnets are charged up. I run two fireplaces. So this fan up here is a USB. You can see it running down to my USB charger, and it's blowing down, trying to blow the air down. And there's also one built into the Dickinson, and it's usually, well, it's on half right now, but this vent right here blows down over the heated glass, and it's supposed to, but I mean, I can't even feel it here, like barely. So basically, the heat's doing this right away. So we try to move the heat as much as possible around here. We'll think up some new things when we're on the way. But in reality, I stick a diesel heater in here near my front door and turn it on low. It'll constantly fill up the lower space with warm air, and it'll be fine. So not too worried about it. The dude, Jennifer, oh, he didn't like me talking all the time, so he moved up into the front seat and found it very comfortable lying on my dirty laundry. There's a subscriber in the room, James H. Jim was over earlier, and we had a big BS section, and he was kind enough to bring me over one of these, and he was playing with all of the dog's toys. Jim, you forgot to clean up your mess, okay? Next time you're over. I think Jim was having more fun with the toys than the dog was. So yeah, he's lying on my stinky laundry. Guess he loves me that much. Oh, congratulations, Margaret. There is something about having students. Me being a driving instructor in my past, I used to teach classroom and in car. And it was one of the most, I don't know how you can say it, rewarding jobs, not financially, but, to be watching a child learn and conquer and become an adult, basically. It was amazing. So congratulations, Margaret. I know how your heart feels. Oh, just another Ford Econoline. Now they have two. Must be nice. Wish I could afford two. Hang on, never mind. They should. So James just said, Constant Van Life, you should come and look at this ambulance. It's probably worth the investment if you can find the money for it. It's cheap. You can get it all dressed up. And if you put the time and effort and make it look like a camper van inside, I bet you could double your money. I've already talked to a couple of people about it, and I've actually thought about it myself, but I'm just getting too tired, too burnt out. My body's not playing right, so things might change in the spring. Underscore, you get to work, okay? Somebody's got to, pay my pension. Thanks for coming in and hanging out for a short bit, and and a treat. I don't want to bother the king himself. Oh, there you go. There is a video on it. That's an idea. But yeah, you should be listening to what this guy's saying inside the chat there, James. H is telling you should check out that Ambo. I'm telling you. Okay, you will check it out. Come by and see me. Come on down. We got a deal for you. We got cars, we got ambulances, and we got Volkswagens. We got something that will fit you right. Do I sound like somebody from Virginia? car salesman. So yeah, for any of you that came in late, we were back in the school bus, loving it. It's all warmed up. It's become home again. It is lovingly like spacious. I got extra clothes, and it is running like a top. Hello, Clint. Hey, Mr. Gilchrist. Oh, I'm going in and out, am I? Hang on. Right now, I can't pick up the Wi-Fi from the actual office. I'm too far away, so we're running off my phone. So I put my phone right down here, close to it, and then hopefully, because Jimmy was like sending me text messages, so he was interrupting my. Jim's sending me text messages. Hey, I want a commission on that van if you sell it to the Constant Van Lab. Hey, Dan, how's it doing, buddy? You're half an hour late, dude. 25 minutes late. We're going to have to write you up for that one, okay, bud? UPS uses propane in the U.S. more stations than you might think. There you go. There's some good information, Jessica. You better thank their Constant Van Life for that. Well, everybody's helping you out there. See, just pop in, ask the right question. I was kind of hoping they'd be asking me questions, not you, or telling you answers. But hey, all the power to you. So you're taking off by yourself, or are you just leaving the van here and taking the old man? Yes, Mike. Mike asked the question, what are you going to do with the Volkswagen bus? Sell it? Yes. But one last tour. We're touring up to northern BC, northeastern BC, to the, what do they call it up there again? Brain fart. Peace region of British Columbia. Then we're going to go over to Alberta. Might head across the line, might go up to the Yukon. I'm not sure. I'll have to figure that out when I get there. But when I start heading south through Alberta, I will put the Volkswagen up for sale. That will give me time to get everything fixed up on it that I need to, and we'll get it all prepped up and ready for the next owner. And hopefully, in the month or so that it takes me to drive down south through Alberta to the southern border of the United States, we should be able to find a buyer who hopefully will happily take it from me, either meet me somewhere in BC or Vancouver or something. Yeah, and then they can take it and do what they want with it. So it will be going up for sale. I'll be letting you guys know in the summertime, probably in June-ish, that it will be going up for sale. Oh, I didn't know it was fuzzy. You're clear now. Dude's good, bud. He's just having a nap. We had a visitor this morning, and he got all played out. So now it's nap time. It was so funny after Jim left. I let him out, and he it's like just running, like it just I don't know. You see a joy in a dog when they have that run. Like they're not running for like sometimes they just run, but he's like, yeah, I'm free, and he's like all the way around the other side of the compound, right? I don't know if he was chasing like snowflakes or what he was doing, but he sure looked like he was happy. So thanks, Mike, Lower Light Region. I got some neat train video footage coming up, Mike. Oh, I think you might have already seen it. I haven't checked my comments yet. When I was coming through the interior of BC, I think it was at, oh, maybe not. Yes, you would have seen it already. It was when I was going through the Okanagan and I chased a train for a while. Old fart syndrome. Actually, my mother died of dementia. So it runs in my family. God, I hope not. Okay, buddy. See you later, Peter. Sandra, hi, Brent. We're having a beautiful day here in Prescott, Arizona. Hey, how cold does it get in the desert down there in Arizona this time of the year? And yes, thank you. I love being back in the bus. It's always night somewhere. Sharon, as for my knees, all I've gotten is a schedule saying that I'm on the list. So I'm not sure how that works. They'll give you a phone call, and guess you have a certain amount of time to prep. So I'm kind of hoping that I'm going to like May, June, and July. I'm thinking 3 months on the road. I'm kind of hoping I don't get the phone call then. How many other K's in the Volkswagen? 40, 50, since it's been restored. So the Volkswagen was uh, brought here from the Volkswagen has a great story. Okay, so Volkswagen is a French version of the Volkswagen Combi van. It was owned by a French guy from France who toured Europe in it decades ago, put it in a container, brought it over here to Vancouver Island, or over here to Halifax, then proceeded to drive across Canada in it, where here in Vancouver Island it broke down. They left it here at Bavarian shop and sold it to the mechanic. The mechanic then went and searched out a proper motor for it because it had a bug motor in it and didn't have the proper 1600cc van motor, because these vans have 2000cc ones, but they put 16s in them because of France, because of taxes, highway taxes, gas taxes, cheaper. So it's got the different motor than every other one. It's got a metal dash because we had to have padded dashes for the CSA approval because we got a car accident. The little quarter-inch of foam they had on the dash was going to save our lives. They have different headlights where there's actually daytime running lights built into them, and your signals are only signals, while the North Americans ones where you pulled your headlight on one box and it turned on your parking lights. Anyways, there's a lot of different things about it. So he rebuilt the motor with all old German parts, so it was amazing. So the engine might have 50,000 kilometers on it, might, because the two previous owners didn't put any miles on it. I have. Okay. The second owner that bought it from the mechanic was a nice young guy who decided he wanted to have a hot rod Volkswagen. So he went and bought 2,000 or more dollars worth of suspension kit out of California and installed a whole new front beam to it, new back ends and shocks and all this other stuff to make it all cool. The third guy that picked it up is another friend of mine who is a hot rodder who used to have an old Volkswagen with the split windows, and he missed it so much he wanted to buy it, and this one popped up. And he knew how good the motor was going to be, and he kind of liked the style of the lowering, but not quite. But he wanted to fix it. He's like, well, I'll just paint it up and make it look good. And it turned out that it was full of rust, so he cut all the rust out and replaced it with all German parts and then painted it himself. So basically, it sat in the garage for 6 years doing nothing, and it made it to a few car shows until I bought it. And then I decided I was going to drive it, and I used it every summer. I drive it all year round. Didn't plan on living in it because I've owned it for a few years, and in the last couple of years, things changed. So the Volkswagen is broken in. It's ready to go. It's got the best of it, and it's going to look really good here this summer when we hit the road. I've spent 23 years driving Volkswagens. This might be my last big trip in a Volkswagen, so I figured I'd take it out, do one last hurrah, and then we'll sell it, and we'll try to find something a little bit more safer for this old fart. Okay. The dude is living the dream. I picked him up in Saskatchewan, and he was like, 10, 12 weeks old or whatever it is. So every day, instead of waking up in the same house and going out and smelling the same backyard, he was sniffing new stuff every day. And still kind of, except for his last 4 months have been kind of not that great. But we will be back on the road and he'll be having fun. BU Van Life, Brent, you have to say goodbye. Sorry. Have a great day. Cutting in and am I still cutting in and out? I have no idea where Lorene is, Constant. Clint, Arizona can get as cold as that. Yeah, but what is cold? That's what I want to know. The desert. Does it get down to 30, 32? Does it freeze at night? Is it 40? Is it 50? Okay. I'm just trying to read the chat and see what's going on. Thanks again for the coffee, Jim. So yeah, that's what's happening in Brent's life. We've been here for a few days. Well, thank you so much, LJ. Hey, every little bit counts, my friend. I'm telling you. It's been a struggle this year. And you know what? I am grateful to have people like you and people on Patreon, and grateful for all my subs that sit and watch my videos, because YouTube actually sends me a little bit of cash once a month too. So it's kind of paying off, but I still will. It'll take me years to make back what I've spent on my new hobby. What the heck? Oh, it kicked off my charging system, my laptop. Yes, the dude has had the holiday of a lifetime. We went up and saw my daughter, and she has a little dog that's 6 months older than him. They played and played and played till they like died, and then they'd sleep and they'd wake back up and they'd play and play and play. And they had a big house to run around in. Um, we get back here. My buddy shows up with his little dog, and they're about the same. You know, he's about a year older, but he's got a collie, and they play and play and play. And he's just like, I'm so grateful to have a fun-loving dog like the dude, because he just loves everybody and everything. Hey, Rob, thank you, buddy. Well, you can ship it to in a container to Hawaii, and you'll be one of the coolest Hawaiian dudes on the island with the 8 ball special. I'm telling you, I think I have like 14 8 ball stickers on there somewhere. Uh oh, no, another text message. I was planning on going up to Campbell River, and I just got a. I can actually see myself warbling. I'm getting text messages, so if it starts to fade in and out, that's when a text message comes in, and it's on mute, so you can't hear it. So you'll just get the visual. One of my subscribers from Alberta is in Campbell River, and I told him I'd head up there this weekend. He says, like, dude, if you are heading up here, drive safe. It's crazy. So, and that comes from an Albertan. So, and they have snow up there, so he knows. 63 degrees Fahrenheit here. What's that? 32 and 32. So 1 degree? No, no. 32, 30, 15. 15 degrees Celsius is 63, I believe. Yeah, so that's freezing. That's what it is here, Deborah. It's just under freezing. So yeah, 30 degrees, 28 degrees here today, which is kind of unusual, but it's not. We get this every 2 to 4 years. Usually, like, I have pictures on my Facebook, and we all have that Facebook thing that has, oh, here's your memories from 8 years ago. And like, I've had pictures of like daffodils blooming here. And then like my next day it'll be like, oh look, it's snowing. Not in the same year, but that's how drastically things change here on Vancouver Island, living on the banana belt of the like, we have palm trees here on Vancouver Island that survive without being covered up. Is that just the same message? Probably. Hi Tina. How you doing? I hear you're going on an adventure. Where are you guys going again, Dan? Dan is heading up to be a campground attendant. So Hey, I was pretty close, wasn't I, Jim? I did mine in my head. You brought out a calculator. Oh my goodness. Ooh. Hey, Bruce. How you doing, buddy? The cane is great. I stopped by, you guys. You guys know Bruce from Bruce's Van Life Jr. I stopped by to visit him and his girlfriend Tamara, and he goes, "I got something for you," knowing that I'm going to be crippled one day. His dad makes these things in Newfoundland, but I forgot to ask you, what kind of wood is it? Because this is solid and amazing. I love it. Thank you again, Bruce. It's amazing. If you're not subscribed to Bruce Jr.'s Van Life, please subscribe to him. He's an awesome young fella. That kid is going somewhere. He's got so much events are running through his blood. It's stupid. If I was his age, I'm telling you. Yeah, Dawson City. Oh, really? Dawson City's where you're going to be. Huh. I might have to go up that far, I guess, hey? Yeah, Constant or Linda. I just got a text message from my buddy up there, and he said, "Yeah, dude, if you're blah, blah, blah. Where is it 70 degrees Fahrenheit? That's warm." Oh, nice. 83 degrees. Now that's nice. I have no idea what sumac means. Yeah, thank you. I really appreciate it, man, because I was really shocked because I looked at him like, that's not going to hold me up. And I'm like, dude, that thing doesn't even move. That is one solid hunk of wood. Anyways, Bruce, we got back. When I left you guys, I went looking for a place to stay. I got as far as Cochrane, no, Canmore, pulled into my usual spot, the pub. Sat down and talked to the bartender. I said, "Where the heck do I get to spend tonight?" He goes, "Not in Canmore." I said, "Pardon?" "Oh, Sumac Wood." I have no. Is that from Newfoundland? Um, he says the city coordinates and bylaws are now like $300 fines if you get caught camping in your van in Cochrane. And then I pulled up my I Overlander, and it said that too. And I'm like, "Oh crap!" So I ended up, Bruce, driving all the way to Field. And that's that small little town, the last little town you go through when you don't even go through it, you go past it when you're going along the rivers and you start heading up to Kicking Horse Pass. Woke up, it was minus 24. It was cold in here. Yeah. Anyways. So yeah, life was good. We're here. I'm looking forward to adventures. Everything seems to be falling into place. Um, Tons of food. The new fridge is installed. We got some new stuff coming up. Wheeling and dealing with some other suppliers. They're saying, "Hey, Brent, would you like to make a video on this? Hey, Brent, would you like to make a video on that?" And of course, when they say things like that to me, I always think of you guys. So that way, I get some stuff for myself to try out and use. And I might ask for something extra to like go, "Oh, I'm going to do another giveaway here coming up here on a Saturday." So one of the things that's coming out is some RGB lights. So I'm working with a lighting company right now to try to get some stuff like that. And they got some really funky stuff, though. I'm going to try and talk them to something like that. Rain and even hail in California. Oh my goodness. We do hit the triple digits here in the interior of British Columbia, where we actually have a desert. And yeah, it's hot, very very hot. And Mike was saying 0 is Celsius is freezing and 100 is boiling. I don't even know what boiling Fahrenheit is. What is it, 220? All I was learned when I was a kid, when because I was still in high school when they started swapping everything over in Canada, was your temperature is in Celsius, it is 5 degrees Celsius. You times that by 2, which is 10, and then you add 32, which is 42 degrees Fahrenheit. And that gets you roughly fairly close. I'm probably spending the weekend here. Once I get my ducks in a row, which will probably Monday-ish, maybe Tuesday, I've already packed up on food and stuff like this. I need to do laundry. I need to have a shower. I'm very close to organizing things. I need to go through the Volkswagen another time. And then we're going on a trip where we're going to spend 3 or 4 or 5 days on the road in the schoolie. So I want to head up to Campbell River, probably north of Campbell River. We're going to go check out some places up there, some of the nice lakes and stuff they have up there. I need to get out and refine my way of using a camera while I'm out and about, because I've been stuck here in a compound for 4 months. And yeah, it's really hard to keep putting out content. And I think it's boring, but you guys seem to care. So I find it difficult. So I want to do some crazy stuff, documentary style stuff, try to meld my way back a different way, and we'll do some road trips, some stuff like this. So yes, Linda, we're talking about heading up north, Campbell River. I will definitely get a hold of you when it's going to be happening and let you know. I have another guy up there too. He's camping out up there somewhere, so I'll let him know too. We'll hang out. Bruce, what does it say here? That's a bummer about the town, but yes, you escaped. Yeah, I know. You know what though, Bruce? I know I escaped the minus 40s when I left you guys, because it was actually, I ran through it. Like when it came in, when I got to it must have happened the next day or something, because literally it was minus 27 or something in there. And then I got to Kelowna. It was nice. And it was neat because I could see a storm coming, and they're all worried about rain and stuff like this. And I was like, I need to get home, because the major Coquihalla or Highway 3, I was suspecting it was going to have a snowstorm, and I got through there a day or two before that too. So yes, people, if you're traveling, the weatherman might not be your friend, but make sure you listen to him, because he can keep you out of trouble. Cambridge, Ontario. It's 0 there. Where is Cambridge? Eastern Ontario? Southern Ontario? It's Eastern, isn't it? Near my buddy there, the big bear. Yeah, I think it's the same here, Linda. Hi, okay, Gilchrist. I prefer the heat. Yeah, me too. I don't mind the cold as long as it's outside. Hit the thumbs up button down here below here. There's a little mark down here. It says thumbs up, thumbs down. Hit it. I think there's a notification button that might be over here. Hit those things there. You're going to get a little bit of notice of when Brent's going live or Brent's putting up a new video. Again, we're going to try to kick things up a notch. We're going to have some fun here coming into the springtime. Big trip. You guys are going to go on a trip with me at the end of April. I'm heading up to Prince Rupert. And what you do is you drive to the northern tip of Vancouver Island, get out your atlases or your globes, or the things you spin around. And you look at the northern tip of Vancouver Island, it says Port Hardy. Well, in Port Hardy, they have a government ferry that takes you up 12 or 17 hours or something like this on a cruise ship with cars underneath to a town called Prince Rupert. Prince Rupert is known for was going to be the Vancouver of its time when before the war. They were building a railway, and Prince Rupert had the 3rd natural deepest harbor in the world. So they built this railway called the Grand Trunk Railway. And during the war, it got shut down somewhere through the Saskatchewan area, flatlands of Alberta. And when the war was over, it was taken over by CN, who then dumped the railway into Vancouver. But anyways, grew up there. My twin sister's up there. I turned 60 this year. That's 1-6. So I'm going to go celebrate with my twin sister. And her daughter is getting married a week or 10 days afterwards. So I'm going to go hang out with my niece and watch her get married. So I'm really happy about that. And then we're going to take the tour of BC. So that's how I'm starting off my trip this year. I really hope you guys hang out and follow along. And yeah, it's going to be a blast. Tell people about it. Get me some more subscribers. Please, please. No, just kidding. Clint, yes, I've traveled all over Canada 3 times. I must say that this West Coast is pretty amazing. Like, it is rugged, it is dense, it is unpopulated. It's crazy out here. Even though I love the flatlands of Alberta and Saskatchewan, the lakes of Manitoba. I love Northern Ontario with its Great Lakes, and it just keeps changing. And there's so many different things to see. And but yeah, I'm pretty blessed to be out here on the West Coast. I must say that. So yeah, come over, visit. You want? Give me a shout. We'll hook up. Rent yourself a budget rent van. We'll throw an air mattress in the back and a cooler, and stop and grab some wobbly pops, and we'll head out to the lake. 6 people not hit the like button if it's we're at 57. Well, that's pretty funny, eh? We got 56 people in here and 58 likes. Thank you for taking along on all your adventures. You're more than welcome. That's the whole idea. I'm happy that you're still coming along on all my adventures that you'll probably never see, but you know what? You'll probably see places that I would love to see too. So I'm just happy to be able to share this with you. People have told me my whole life, you're a weirdo, Brent. Like, you're one of those guys that you're crazy, and you should write a book of all your stuff that you've done, and yada yada yada. And I was actually reading a documentary on Dave Grohl. Reading it or saw it. So Dave Grohl is the drummer from Nirvana, who is also the lead singer and the founder of the Foo Fighters. And he used to, as a youth, walk around with one of those cassette recording machines. And he wanted to record everything that he ever did. So when he got up in the morning, he'd sit down at night and he would talk into this cassette. And he recorded his life as he was growing up. And then he stopped doing it when he realized, being a drummer of Nirvana, that everything he ever did would be on video somewhere. So he stopped doing the things there. I would love to listen to his old recordings. It would be amazing. But that kind of triggered me to say, like, well, why can't I do something like that? Why can't I document my life? I want to live life. My health sucks. I'm like, I'm not going to sit around and wait for you guys to fix me. And then even if you do fix me, I'm still going to be broken. So I'm going to start living life. I'm not going to sit around and wait. And I thought, well, that's crazy. And I thought, well, why don't I bring you guys along? So that's what I'm going to do. I'm out living life until I get the call. They're going to fix my knee. Then I'm going to have 6 months later fix the other knee. They're not going to fix my lungs. So I'm not going to become a jogger or anything once I get my knees fixed. I'm just going to get rid of some of my pain. But again, I can't overexert myself because I have COPD, I have emphysema, I have issues with my lungs, major issues with my lungs. And we're still trying to figure out what the heck's going on with my heart. So I love it. Mike, like, you're awesome. Yes, it's true. I forgot to put that statement out. But yes, so like Mike Grand Trunk president decided to travel on the Titanic. Not a good choice. He should have took a train. Yes, constant Rupert, really. So yeah, I'm leaving the island, Dan, and it'll be my birthday is the Mother's Day. So I'm not sure what day it is this year, but I'm planning. That's the second weekend in May. So I'm either leaving May 1st or the end of April sometime. So yeah, and won't be leaving Rupert till the end of May. I believe the wedding's on the 21st or the 24th or something like that, during the May long weekend. So once it's done, I'll hide my fair share and I'll be gone. But I'm hoping to run into some old classmates, take me out on some fishing boats. We'll do some tours. We'll head over to some of the islands I used to hang out on. They have some really neat military stuff up there in Prince Rupert where they actually, since it was a huge port at its time and they were trying to protect it, that there's actually military bases, turrets, old wooden built roads and stuff like this going through desolated islands and stuff like this. It's really cool. I'm gonna try to get over there and show you guys it. So it's gonna be fun. Yes, he does have a cool life, doesn't he, Revelant? Yeah, very cool. Is an amazing guy. I'd love to meet him. Mm, my heart needs a ball and chain. I don't have any more bullets left. Kidding. Okay, so you're heading up in the middle of April. Perfect. So I'm gonna try to go. We'll keep in touch, and you're gonna have to try to convince me when I get up there to turn left at this road, okay, Brent? Because if you go right, you're gonna miss me, and it's only 400 miles straight north from this turn off. But I was looking at it going up to Dawson and then going across and then coming down into Alberta through the territories, but I haven't I haven't looked at it. I've looked at it once or twice, and I have an idea what like how much desolation there is up there, and so it's going to be interesting. I really don't care what I do, so we'll find out what happens. Yeah, thanks, Clint. My buddy that I stayed with in Fort Erie, Niagara region, when the van broke down the first time, he's had both his done too, and he said the same thing. But then again, he's a healthy guy. He's got healthy lungs. And all he had was worn out knees. I got worn out. Like I've had rheumatoid arthritis since I was 29 years old. I turned 60 this year, so that's 30 years plus of rheumatoid. And rheumatoid is your immune system attacking your joints. So majority of my joints are already screwed up. Like my wrists are shot, there are big bumps in them. My fingers are starting to break up in here. My ankles are shot. Knees are just something that need to be replaced. And the sad part is, the longer it takes to get my knees replaced, my hips are starting to feel it. So hopefully the life changing thing will just get rid of some pain so I can actually sleep through the night and actually walk more than like 3 blocks. So, May 14th is Mother's Day this year. Aw. Yeah, I'm the 9th of May this year. Oh, and the year before. Oh, and the year before that. Yeah, so well, I guess this will be the middle of the week then for me. Cool. Norm. Don't you love the mosquito? You know, that's one thing that really freaks me out is like they warned me about mosquitoes fucking picking me up in Newfoundland and flying away with me or my dog. I don't really remember them. And same thing with Manitoba and Northern Ontario. But you know what? I can't remember them. And maybe it's because you're having so much fun. But if you looked at my legs, you think I'd have chickenpox, but they're actually mosquito bites that never really healed. They're just red dots all over my ankles and stuff like that. So, and I haven't spent a lot of time. There's one province I should maybe do a little bit more exploring is Manitoba because of all your wonderful lakes and stuff like that. Oh, cool. Okay, cool. Cool. I'll probably still be here, Dan, in the middle of April. Because again, I'm going to start from here and I'm going to slowly trek north, probably hit a couple cool spots before I go. So I have some editing to do on the ferry and filming, yada, yada, yada. Thanks, Deb. Uh, you know what? I have no idea why either, right? But it's a hereditary thing. My older sister has it. She's not doing well. She's about 7 years older than me. Um, her twin sister is starting to get the ailments too. My twin sister's healthy as heck. We have no clue what's going on. I think it's the wine. Maybe I should drink wine instead of beer. But other than that, yeah, it's as much as you feel that you're falling apart. This is the only life you get. So I can either sit down and complain and do all those crazy things about it, or I can start living life until I can't. And that's my plan. Hello, Nova Scotia. Can you do me a favor, Pam? Ship me out some lobster. Just jump over to PEI, grab me some lobster, and then ship it out to me. Aw, Karen, thank you. I'm happy that you're following me. And I'm happy you're a busy lady too, because busy means good, especially when you're doing good things. It's been busy most of my life helping people in some way or another and not just being a worker. See you, Mr. Wanderer. Haven't seen you say that much words in a long time. And it was a pleasure meeting you also. Fully understand. I was a heavy truck mechanic for 30 years. Arthritis is a big pain. I was actually a heavy duty off-road tire technician when I got struck when I was 29 years old. It was weird because I'd walk in and, wrestling with those tires, I was a lot of fun, but I walk in, my feet were all swollen. I couldn't figure out why the balls of my feet were swollen. And then I got my big beat axe and I'm beating the tires off. And then I'm like, and I could not peel my hands off the hammer. I'm like, I gotta go and check this out because it kept getting worse and worse and worse. And that's when I was found out that I had rheumatoid arthritis and everything was seizing up on me. Yep. And those big, heavy metal tools that we use didn't help. I love it, Revlin. Yes, they do. Those, what do they call them? What do you call black flies? Oh my God, or the horse flies? When they come in, they take like a big hunk of meat right off you when they bite you. You got to get on those before they finish landing. Otherwise, you're going to get smacked. Ah, thank you, Karen. I, I try to be nice. Deborah, 65. I got bad knees, bad back, but I'm still moving. That's all that matters. That's the biggest thing you got to learn is that we are older and we have to slow down. Okay. We're not young. And the more you push yourself to go faster, the more pain you're going to suffer. So it's easier to be nice and slow and easy. Myrna, hello. Yeah, young 71 years old. She's just starting to get some hip pain. I hate you. Just kidding, sweetheart. You're such a sweetheart. That's why they make Tylenol and Aleve. Take those an hour before you have to go for your walk, and you can get through the walk and come back down and take a couple more after you're done, and you won't even know the pain was there. Oh, wow, Cindy, you've had it too, eh? Yeah, yeah, mine came overnight too. My doctor said for RA, it can come on. It's already in your system, and they said there's two things that can bring it. One's stress, and one's like a car accident. I was getting divorced. I had both. Okay, Jim, have a great day. I'm going to take off too. Icy hot definitely works. After you're done, head south. What? Ooh, what are you talking about, Linda? Nighttime Advil. Oh, I love it. That here, horse flies. Yeah, but my boss more than 24 hours shift in a tractor with me. 16 max. There you go. Ben Gay. I haven't heard Ben Gay in forever. How about Absorbing Junior? Do they still sell that stuff? Oh, that was my favorite back in the day. Anyways, it's been an hour and 4 minutes and 31 seconds. I like to hang out some more with you guys. I love you all. Thank you all for your support. If you know anybody that hasn't joined our club yet, you should maybe tell them that you're hooked on this guy from Vancouver Island and he's about to take us places. Please see if you can find me some more subscribers. The dude is still sleeping. And I got somebody pulling up to the shop here, so I don't know who the heck it is. Hang on. Dude, we're closed on Saturdays, okay? Okay, it's not for me. Sometimes Mr. Popular thinks everybody's wanting to come and see him. So I love you all. I'll see you next week. Yeah, and hopefully we'll find some product for you from some of our great suppliers and see if we can have something for you guys coming up in the near future. Okay, sorry, Jane, that you popped in late. Pixie, thank you for popping in. Great chat. Thanks, Karen. Yeah, Martin, I would remember absorbing Junior. Texas Rose, perfect. Okay, love you all. Have a great day, and remember, give your puppies a good hug, okay? And tell them it's from Brent at Brent's Van Life. Peace.